Most drivers, nearly 97% of them, have never knew these kind of tricks I'm about to walk you through are possible. Some of these tricks can save you hundreds of dollars a month on car repairs. Others secretly add years to the life of your car, and mechanics would really prefer you never figured out a single one of them. Here are 15 brilliant car hacks no one believes actually work. Let's start with number 15. Hack number 15. Vaseline on car battery. Picture this. You pop the hood and see that white, crusty buildup caked all over your battery terminals. Here's what most drivers miss. That corrosion is the problem, and a single dab of Vaseline could have prevented it entirely. Here's the deal. After cleaning your battery terminals with a wire brush, apply a thin layer of Vaseline, petroleum jelly, directly onto the metal posts. The Vaseline creates a protective barrier that blocks moisture and oxygen from reaching the terminals, which is exactly what causes that white corrosion buildup in the first place. It keeps your connection clean and your start strong. Car designers and electrical engineers have known about this trick for decades, but somehow it never makes it into the owner's manual, probably because selling you a new battery is more profitable. Here's the kicker. A jar of Vaseline costs about $3 and will last you years. A new car battery, $150 to $250 plus labor. 5 minutes of prevention could save you from that expense entirely. But wait, if that one blew your mind, this next hack could save you the cost of an entire wiper blade replacement. Hack number 14, soap on car wiper blades. You're driving home in the middle of a downpour, and your wipers are doing that horrible streaking thing where they smear the water instead of clearing it. But here's what they don't tell you. Lift your wiper blades away from the windshield and run a damp cloth with a small amount of dish soap along the rubber edge. Wipe it down from one end to the other, removing the built-up grime, road film, and oxidation that's causing the streaking. Then wipe them clean with a damp cloth, that's it. The rubber edge of a wiper blade is designed to make full, clean contact with your glass. But when oil, dirt, and debris coat that edge, it creates tiny gaps that leave streaks and skip marks. A simple soap wipe restores that clean contact instantly. What's worse is most drivers replace their blades 2 or 3 times a year because of streaking, when a 30-second wipe down would have solved the problem every single time. A bar of dish soap costs about $2. New wiper blades, $20 to $50 a pair, plus you're doing it again in a few months. This one takes half a minute and costs almost nothing. This next one will 100% shock you. Hack number 13, sandpaper to remove car rust. You notice a small rust spot forming on your car's body panel, maybe near the wheel well or on the underside of a door. But here's the scary part. Left untreated, that quarter-sized spot will spread and eat through the metal, turning a $15 fix into a $500 body panel replacement. Here's the deal. Get 220 to 400 grit sandpaper from any hardware store. Gently sand the rusted area in circular motions until you've removed all the visible rust and you're down to clean bare metal. Wipe the area clean with a dry cloth. Then apply a rust-inhibiting primer, followed by touch-up paint that matches your car's color. Finish with a clear coat sealant to lock everything in and protect against future oxidation. Rust forms when bare metal is exposed to oxygen and moisture. Once the surface coating is breached, from a rock chip, scratch, or worn edge, the process accelerates rapidly. Sanding stops it at the source before it has a chance to spread beneath the surface. Sandpaper costs about $4. Primer and touch-up paint, another $10 to $15 total. Professional rust repair and panel replacement, $300 to $800 or more depending on severity. Catching it early and treating it yourself saves you an enormous repair bill later. You'd be very much shocked by this next one. Hack number 12. WD-40 on car tail lights. Your tail lights are yellow, hazy, and foggy looking, and they've been that way for so long you've almost stopped noticing. But here's the scary part. Cloudy tail lights don't just look bad. They reduce how visible you are to drivers behind you at night or in the rain, which is a genuine safety risk. Most people assume they need expensive headlight restoration kits or a professional polish. But here's what most drivers overlook. WD-40 solves this in about 2 minutes flat. Here's the deal. Spray a small amount of WD-40 directly onto the surface of your tail light lens. Let it sit for about 30 seconds, then buff it out with a clean microfiber cloth. The solvents in WD-40 break down the oxidation layer on the plastic, restoring clarity and bringing back that bright red and clear look the lens had when your car was new. The UV rays from sunlight break down the protective coating on plastic lenses over time, causing that hazy, yellowed appearance. WD-40 temporarily restores the surface and slows further oxidation. Here's the irony. People spend $20 to $40 on headlight restoration kits when a $6 can of WD-40 they probably already own handles the job faster. Professional taillight restoration runs $50 to $80. This hack takes 2 minutes and you already have the tool. Wait until you hear what baking soda and vinegar can do to your rims. Hack number 11, baking soda and vinegar on tire rims. Your tire rims are caked with that dark, stubborn brake dust that commercial rim cleaners never seem to fully remove, no matter how much you scrub. So most drivers either give up and drive on dirty rims or pay for a professional detail. But here's what most people miss. The most powerful rim cleaner in the world is sitting in your pantry right now, and it costs almost nothing. Here's the deal. Mix equal parts white vinegar and water in a spray bottle. Spray it generously on your rims and let it sit for 2 to 3 minutes to break down the brake dust and surface grime. Then sprinkle baking soda directly onto the wet rim. It will foam up immediately as the vinegar and baking soda react. Use a stiff brush to scrub the rim in circular motions. The foaming action lifts the debris out of the grooves, and the mild abrasive quality of the baking soda scrubs away what the vinegar loosens. Rinse thoroughly with water. Brake dust is actually a combination of metal particles, carbon fibers, and adhesive residue from your brake pads. It bonds tightly to your rims over time. Commercial rim cleaners use harsh chemicals to break that bond. Baking soda and vinegar do the same thing, only chemically, without the toxic fumes or the $15 price tag. White vinegar costs about $2. Baking soda, about $1. Professional rim cleaning runs $30 to $80 per vehicle. This household combo handles the job for under $3. Before we get to the tricks that blows your mind, do me a favor. Hit that like button. And each like actually helps us keep making car tips like this. Done? Thank you. This next one keeps your AC blowing clean air for almost nothing. Hack number 10, Lysol on front car AC vents. You turn on your car's AC and immediately notice that musty, moldy smell coming through the vents. It fills the whole cabin within seconds and makes the drive miserable. Most drivers assume it's a major problem, maybe a clogged filter or mold in the ductwork requiring a professional cleaning. But here's what most people don't realize. A $5 can of Lysol spray can knock out that smell in less than 2 minutes. Here's the deal. Turn your car on and set the AC or heat to full fan speed with the recirculation mode turned off, so it's pulling in outside air. Then go outside and locate the fresh air intake, which is usually at the base of your windshield near the wipers. Spray a 2 to 3 second burst of Lysol into that intake vent while the fan is running. The fan will pull the disinfectant spray through the entire ventilation system, killing the mold and bacteria growing inside the ducts that are causing the smell. Your car's AC evaporator is a moist, dark, enclosed space, the perfect environment for mold and mildew to grow. That's where the smell originates. Most drivers never think to treat it because you can't see inside the ductwork, but the bacteria causing that smell is very much there. Here's the kicker. A can of Lysol costs about $5. Professional AC duct cleaning and deodorizing at a shop, $75 to $150. This 2-minute hack eliminates the same problem for next to nothing. This next one will remove the car scratches bothering you. Hack number 9, remove scratches with coconut oil. Ever been walking to your car and spotted a scratch you know wasn't there yesterday? Most drivers either live with the scratch or pay $75 to $150 to get it buffed out professionally. But here's what most people have no idea about. That jar of coconut oil sitting in your kitchen cabinet can actually make light scratches disappear. Here's the deal. Clean and dry the scratched area first, then take a small amount of coconut oil. We're talking a pea-sized amount, and rub it into the scratch using circular motions with a soft cloth. The natural oils fill in the microabrasions in the clear coat, reducing how the light catches the scratch and making it far less visible. For surface-level scratches that haven't cut through the paint, this can make them virtually disappear. Car detailers have used similar oil-based conditioners for years to treat and conceal clear coat scratches. But the professional version costs $20 to $40 a bottle. Coconut oil does the same job for pennies. Here's the kicker. A jar of coconut oil costs about $6 and you can use it on your skin, your cooking, and your car. Surface scratch removal at a body shop. $75 to $150 per scratch. This solution takes 2 minutes and leaves your paint looking significantly better. You'd be surprised by this next one. Hack number 8, Vaseline on door hinges. You're getting out of your car and it makes that loud, embarrassing squeak that seems to echo across the entire parking lot. Everyone turns to look. Most drivers just accept it as part of owning an older car. But here's what most people overlook. That squeak isn't just annoying. It's your hinge telling you it's running dry, and a dry hinge eventually seizes up and cracks, turning a $3 fix into a $200 repair. Here's the deal. Open your car door fully and apply a small amount of Vaseline directly to the hinge pins and the contact points where the hinge opens and closes. Work the door back and forth several times to push the Vaseline into the joint. Wipe away any excess with a cloth. The squeak stops immediately, and the hinge stays lubricated and protected against rust and wear. Vaseline is actually an ideal lubricant for door hinges because it's thick enough to stay in place, water resistant, and won't attract dirt the way spray lubricants sometimes can. It also conditions the metal, slowing oxidation over time. Here's the irony. Most people buy a can of spray lubricant that runs off the hinge within a few days. Vaseline costs $3 and lasts months, replacing a seized or damaged door hinge, $100 to $300 per door. This hack takes 2 minutes and costs almost nothing. Now let's talk about making your interior plastic look brand new. Hack number 7, baby oil on car plastic parts. The plastic trim inside and outside your car has gone from glossy black to that faded, chalky grey colour that makes even a well-maintained car look old and neglected. You've seen those expensive plastic restorer products at the auto parts store. But here's what the detailing industry doesn't want you to know. Baby oil does the same job for a fraction of the cost, and it lasts just as long. Here's the deal. Put a small amount of baby oil, a dime-sized drop, onto a microfiber cloth. Rub it into the faded plastic trim in circular motions, working it into the surface. The natural mineral oils penetrate the dried-out plastic and restore the moisture that UV exposure has stripped away, bringing back that deep, dark, glossy finish. Wipe off any excess so it doesn't attract dust. Works on interior door panels, dashboard trim, exterior plastic bumpers, and side mirror housings. Plastic fades because UV rays break down the oils that give it that dark, flexible appearance. When those oils are gone, the surface turns chalky and brittle. Commercial plastic restorers work by replenishing those oils with synthetic versions. Baby oil does the same thing naturally. A bottle of baby oil costs about $3 and will last you an entire year of treatments. Professional grade plastic restorer sprays, $15 to $25, and they run out fast. This is one of the easiest swaps you can make. This one will shock you. Hack number 6, hidden steering wheel adjustment. You've been driving your car for years, and you've just accepted that the steering wheel position isn't quite right. Maybe it's too high, blocking part of your dashboard. Maybe it's too far, making you hunch forward. You assume this is just how the car is built, but here's what most drivers completely overlook. Almost every car made in the last 20 years has a steering wheel that adjusts both up and down and in and out, and most people have never touched it once. Here's the deal. Look for a lever or a locking knob located on the left side of the steering column, just below the wheel itself. It's usually a small lever you push down or pull out to unlock the wheel. Once unlocked, you can tilt the wheel up or down, and on most modern vehicles, you can also push it closer to the dashboard or pull it closer to you. This is called telescoping. Find your ideal position, then push the lever back up or in to lock it in place. The correct steering wheel position means your wrists rest on the top of the wheel when your arms are slightly bent. This gives you maximum control, reduces arm fatigue on long drives, and improves your reaction time in an emergency. Most drivers are unknowingly operating with a setup that's actively making driving harder and more tiring. Here's the kicker. This adjustment costs you absolutely nothing. It's already built into your car, but driving in the wrong position for years can cause real back, shoulder, and wrist strain that leads to expensive chiropractic or medical bills. Spend 2 minutes adjusting your wheel and you'll wonder how you ever drove without doing this. This one will surprise you. Hack number 5, shaving cream on side mirrors. You're driving in the morning and your side mirrors are completely fogged over with condensation or misted from the humidity overnight. You can barely see the lane next to you. You wipe them with your hand, but they fog right back up within minutes. Most drivers deal with this constantly and think there's nothing they can do about it. But here's what most people miss. Shaving cream eliminates mirror fog for weeks at a time. Here's the deal. Apply a small amount of regular shaving cream to your side mirror surface, the same stuff you use to shave. Spread it across the entire mirror face and let it sit for about a minute. Then wipe it off with a clean, dry cloth. The shaving cream leaves behind a thin, invisible film on the glass that prevents water molecules from bonding to the surface and forming fog. Fog forms when warm, moist air hits a cold surface and the water vapor condenses into tiny droplets. The chemical agents in shaving cream, the same ones used in anti-fog products, disrupt that bonding process, keeping the surface clear for weeks. Here's the irony. Anti-fog sprays sold at auto parts stores use virtually the same chemical principle and cost $10 to $15 a bottle. Shaving cream costs $2 to $3 and you already have it in your bathroom. One application lasts 2 to 4 weeks. Clear mirrors mean safer lane changes, and safety is priceless. This next one could save your tires from complete failure. Hack number 4, adjust tires based on weather. Most drivers set their tire pressure once and forget about it for months, or until the warning light comes on. But here's the scary part. Your tire pressure changes automatically with the temperature, even if you haven't driven anywhere. And driving on, over or under inflated tires doesn't just hurt your fuel economy. It dramatically increases your risk of a blowout. Here's the deal. For every 10 degrees Fahrenheit that the temperature drops, your tires lose about 1 to 2 psi of pressure. So if you set your tires to 35 psi in summer, by the time winter hits and temperatures have dropped 30 to 40 degrees, your tires could be running at 31 to 33 psi without you ever touching them. In extreme cold, you could easily be riding on dangerously underinflated tires. Check and adjust your tire pressure every time there's a significant temperature change, both when it gets colder and when temperatures rise in summer, which can cause overinflation. The recommended PSI for your specific car is printed on a sticker inside your driver's side door jamb, not on the tire itself. That number on the tire is the maximum, not the target. A tire pressure gauge costs about $5 at any auto parts store. Here's the kicker. A tire blowout at highway speed can total your car or worse. A blowout from neglected tire pressure, that's an entirely preventable disaster. $5 and 2 minutes every few months keeps your tires in the safe zone year-round. This next one solves a problem every car owner hates. Hack number 3, WD-40 to remove stickers. You've got an old registration sticker, a parking decal, or a bumper sticker that you want off, and it is not coming off. You scrape with a credit card, you try your fingernails, you maybe even grab a razor blade and risk scratching your glass or paint. 40 minutes later, there's still a sticky residue patch mocking you. But here's what most drivers miss. WD-40 removes stickers and their adhesive residue completely in about 2 minutes. Here's the deal. Spray a small amount of WD-40 directly onto the sticker. Let it soak in for about 60 seconds. The solvents in WD-40 penetrate beneath the sticker and break down the adhesive bond from underneath. Then gently peel the sticker away from one corner. It should lift off cleanly and completely. For any remaining adhesive residue, spray a small amount again, let it sit, and wipe away with a clean cloth. It disappears without scraping, without scratching, and without any effort. WD-40's solvent base is specifically effective at dissolving the rubber-based adhesives used in most automotive stickers and decals. It works on glass, painted surfaces, plastic trim, and metal, without damaging any of them. Here's the kicker. WD-40 costs about $6, and you probably already have a can in your garage. Professional sticker removal, $20 to $40 per decal at a detail shop. This hack takes 2 minutes and leaves 0 residue. Trust me, you'll be shocked by this one. Hack number 2, emergency trunk open. Picture this. You're loading up your trunk in a parking lot when the lid comes down and your keys are inside. But here's what most drivers have no idea about. Almost every car made after 2002 has a built-in emergency trunk release, and it's been sitting inside your trunk this whole time. Here's the deal. Federal law in the United States has required all passenger vehicles manufactured after September 2001 to include an interior trunk release handle. It's typically a glow-in-the-dark T-shaped pull handle located near the trunk latch, right in the center of the rear wall of your trunk. If you or anyone else is ever accidentally locked inside or locked out with items in the trunk, you can access this release by folding down the rear seats from inside the cabin. Most vehicles have a pull tab or lever to fold them. Crawling through to the trunk and pulling that handle, the trunk opens immediately. This feature exists primarily as a child safety measure, But it's also a legitimate emergency exit for anyone trapped inside a trunk and a useful backup if you lock your keys inside. Here's the irony. This feature has been in every new car for over 20 years, and almost nobody knows it's there. Find it in your car right now before you ever need it. Locate the release, remember where it is, and tell your family. It costs you nothing, and one day it could save you $200 in locksmith fees. Or save something far more important than that. Hack number 1. Always use synthetic oil. You pull into a quick lube shop for your regular oil change, and the guy at the counter asks, conventional or synthetic? Most drivers say conventional because it's $20 cheaper, and they've always done it that way. But here's what mechanics don't want you to know. That $20 you saved is quietly costing you thousands in long-term engine damage. Here's the deal. Synthetic oil is engineered at the molecular level to flow better in extreme cold, withstand higher temperatures without breaking down, and maintain its viscosity and protective properties far longer than conventional oil. It protects your engine better on startup, which is when most engine wear actually occurs, and keeps critical components cleaner by resisting sludge buildup. Most full synthetic oils are rated for 7,500 to 10,000 miles between changes. Conventional oil starts degrading around 3,000 to 5,000 miles. Your engine is a collection of precision machined metal parts running at thousands of RPM with tolerances measured in thousandths of an inch. The oil is the only thing standing between those parts and catastrophic metal-on-metal wear. Conventional oil is a decent barrier. Synthetic is an extraordinary one. Here's the kicker. The difference between a conventional and full synthetic oil change is about $20 to $40. The cost of engine repairs caused by oil breakdown and sludge buildup, $1,000 to $4,000. And a complete engine replacement, $5,000 to $10,000. That $30 upgrade you skipped at every oil change isn't saving you money. It's deferring a massive repair bill. Switch to full synthetic today and treat it as the single best investment you can make in your car's long-term health. How many of these did you already know? Drop a comment below and let me know which one shocked you the most. If this video just saved you from a trip to the mechanic or helped you realize you've been leaving money on the table, hit that subscribe button for more money-saving automotive content. Your wallet will thank you. Now, there are even more tricks that mechanics keep to themselves, but could save you thousands of dollars easily. Go ahead and click this next video.